So, Red, tell me what happened last time.
Before we begin, I have one question to ask you, Grunt. How do you pronounce her name? Our new witch friend. How do you pronounce it?
Mezzalina?
Messalina. Oh, thank God. Okay, okay. I was making sure I was saying it out loud. It did not sound correct. Okay, so we began basically with Wanda trying to hit the streets, trying to figure out exactly what's going on with Villarago after hearing from Johnny that apparently he tried to make golems or souls and he made a couple calls. Things got a bit messy, and essentially, for all intents and purposes, he went underground. Uh, Regardless, there was a bit of worry here, especially with everything that she's learned about Villarago and everything that Johnny told her. Sally wasn't able to find much in the way of information about him. Seems he's gone quiet, as Johnny had told her. But was able to find out, apparently, that word on the street was that there was a big, massive fight, an attack that happened. No one knows the full details, but it was pretty big. And when she went off to go find, see for herself the scene of the crime, or the aftermath at the very least, she could tell that there was something with great power here. A lot of damage was done, and something or someone's, who knows. Not a lot of information to go by, not a lot of clues to tell her what went down. Though she had a bit of pause in that as she had a bit of a hello as she noticed someone watching her, a woman by the name of Messalina, as she would introduce herself. Here to be friendly, as she said, as while she had a bit of an interest here, her main thing was more of a ghostly one in nature. And she asked Wanda, basically, one for clues as well as a chance for a job, asking if she could create a spell that will allow her to easier track them, as she mostly intends to gain information, as her method and trade is one of the depth aspect, we'll say. And while Wanda's intrigued but a bit wary of the stranger, decided to take the job and hopefully have a chance to engage with a new possible friend, we'll say, air quotes, as she was given by Metalina a pendant to communicate with something that even Wanda can't really decipher, strange and odd, and something with almost alien magic, but said goodbye and went about back home to hopefully get the deed done. And Johnny was looking for something else when he got a call from a friendly werewolf by the name of Marshall, asking him for a favor, saying if he can get his hunter friends to stay out of Brooklyn for a little bit, just, for maybe next week or so, just whatever happens, don't come by. Nothing involving mortals, of course, just want to make sure they just aren't here. Johnny, saying all right, not going to ask too many questions, realizing that maybe it's best that he doesn't ask too many questions, as he made a phone call to his hunter friend and convinced him that he wouldn't need to stop by. A bit odd, but he seemed to say okay at the very least, as being reassured that no mortal will be hurt. And that was that. As Johnny called Marshall back and let him know what happened, and Marshall was very happy. And asked, of course, is there anything else you need? Are you good? Probably not intending for it, but Marshall took that bit of crumb and asked for another favor of saying, tell the sorcerers, tell the local magic community, if you can, to maybe stay out of that, do the same thing. Keep them out of here. Just when someone calls their phone, just ignore it, essentially. And, well, he only knows one sorcerer, one person of magic, being Wanda, and decided to say yes to that and decided to phone her up for a conversation, as they would later on meet in the familiar graveyard, and after he would give the same pitch to Wanda. Wanda seemed more alarmed and a bit confused, concerned, a whole number of feelings as she tried to keep herself composed. Well, ultimately, after talking with Johnny and hearing his spiel and realizing he has no idea what's going on, she said, "No, no, thank you. That sounds like a bad idea. But thank you for the chat, Johnny." As Johnny said, "I try my best." Yeah, honestly, yes, that's what happened. Johnny said, "I try my best. Let Marshall know." And honestly, as a good friend to Wanda, at the very least, told basically didn't imply that was a problem that she knows. Letting Marshall know that she's just gonna be not interested, and you don't have to worry about her doing anything else with that information. And Marshall, well, didn't pursue that any further. It seems whatever plan they have, or whoever he's working for has, it's going to be okay. Wanda immediately called Thomas to let him know what Johnny told her, especially about the hunters and what the hell has been going on. Thomas revealed, yeah, that sounds right. I was actually assassinated. Assassination attempt was made against me, and he's realizing as well that someone, either who knows him or has more information about him, is trying to kill him. And the fact that hunters being pulled out could also mean they want to try again in a much bigger fashion. Wanda, of course, not wanting her employer to be killed, said that she would try to help him out as well, even with Thomas making his own plans, that she's going to try to give him a bit of extra muscle or help for protection. And Thomas thanked her as they said goodbye. And well, after saying goodbye to Victor, who seemed very intent to hang out with that amulet that Wanda showed up with, and of course Cammy hanging out with her own friends as well, stopped by to talk to Abaddon, and they had a bit of chat, asking in a favor for Abaddon to ask for some big muscle to help with Thomas. And Abaddon said yes, actually, and some more, as she mentioned asking questions about what does Wanda want? What is Wanda helping this Thomas guy? Does she fully intend this? And of course, does Wanda want a bigger seat at the table, we'll say. Wanda was a bit confused, but answered honestly, a back and forth, as she realized with time that, and as Abaddon also told her, without directly telling her, that more likely she's backing who's the person trying to attack Thomas, that she doesn't necessarily have a fight in this whole game, but as long as she gets whatever wins, her side comes up top, she has a influence on that, hopefully, and she's willing to put people that she knows that she can, well, at the very least, knows that she can keep an eye on, will be in the spot she wants. As well as the fact that as long as a bit of advice for Wanda about what to do about taking care of that, i.e. talking to Marshall, maybe getting them on your side, essentially, and work out. And while she can't directly give her too much information, she gave her enough. And Wanda was grateful for that as she was saying goodbye. And I believe they also shared a moment of exaggeration about their partners, we'll say. Abaddon still dealing with Darius, as apparently he had run off to do what he was always doing, and Wanda dealing with Victor and her relationship as they say goodbye. And lastly, we came to Anderson, who decides to see his sister. While his sister doesn't know that he's a ghost or still part of this mortal plane. They still seem to be people that he keeps an eye on as he's wandered to their home and stops to see a strange man seemingly watching the household, watching them, before a few hours have passed before they got off the car and knocked on the door and proceed to cause chaos to his family, as he seemed to offer them whatever they want, that he knows about what happened to poor Anderson, and that he's willing to help them, of course, even bring him back if that's what they so desire. There was a bit of panic from the husband of the sister, as well as the sister, once he forced his way in when they tried to, of course, dismiss him. And as things came to a crescendo, he did something that caused them to calm down and to nod along, seemingly almost hypnotizing them, as Anderson watched and worried. And as he was trying to gauge them or goad them into saying more, maybe offering more, he interfered, using his bit of magic, ghostly powers, dragging this fellow out by teleporting him out as best he can, trying to get him away from his family. There was a bit of struggle as he turned and saw someone watching, a woman by the name of Messalina, offering to help and to get this fellow out of here. He begged her and said please, and she did that, banishing him from this place, and of course showing concern and care for Anderson as best as she could, offering to help him with the situation, as well as a bit of pretty pro, basically saying, here's my number, we can chat and we can help each other out, essentially. And I think that's where it ended last time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we will have to dial the clock back. As
My bad.
Claire did just prevent an assassination attempt. Where would you be heading over after that?
Good question. I was only lightly shot, so I should be fine.
I mean, yeah, you can always just go rest. You can go find someone if you want to be magically healed for like a favor. Depends on you. You can just rest. Recover for a couple of days.
Yeah, considering this is probably like it, I'm assuming Colton made a huge fucking mess doing this.
It did just butcher them in the streets, yes.
Yeah, I would just like to get the fuck out of here, probably go back, keep him from killing anyone else. I don't want him to just see someone and be like, nah, you suck.
As yeah, I mean, you'll head over back to your apartment as Bolton butchered a bunch of demons trying to kill Thomas. But yeah, as you're sort of, you head back and you'll rest for a bit, for a few days. You know, my timeline. Yeah, for a few days. You know what? I'm gonna let you clear faint harm. That box. The wounds will take a bit more, but well, in those several days as you're recovering, are you gonna want to call anyone, talk to anyone?
Um, uh, I'm expecting a call from Lydia if she finds out what happened, but I'm not going to be the one to reach out.
Why would she call you?
No reason. Is there somebody that I need to call? I'm trying to remember. I cleaned up my notes and now I can't find anything. Life insurance. Is this just like anything I'd like to do before the shoe drops? Is that like the question? Okay, cool. Don't think I have anyone to follow up with right now. Because
Well, fine. Listen. Sometimes
yeah, I'm still helping out Iniko. Like that's still in progress.
It's fine. As yeah, I would say probably 4 days after that to get the phone call. As Lydia is reaching out to you.
Yeah, I'll answer it.
Claire, how are you?
Lydia, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I wanted to meet with you. There are some issues that we need to discuss.
Okay. Anywhere in particular or just at the hotel?
At the hotel should suffice.
Okay. I will be there as soon as I can then.
Yeah. Close the phone call.
Before I leave, I will send. Oh God, who am I going to tell about this? I guess I'll text Enigma, Mr. E, and be like, "Hey, I did this thing. Lydia might not be very happy about it, but hopefully she and Freya won't be working together. We'll see."
He'll text you, do not go. I assume you would have told him about the entire situation.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think she's gonna be happy with you. And if you go there, I don't think there's any walking back out.
I don't think she's going to be happy either, but what else am I supposed to do?
She does know quite a lot about you, Claire. So she knows all your friends, your family, like a lot of your contacts, like that. Would be burning a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. I don't want that to happen.
And into the lion's den you go then.
I'm also gonna send Gareth a text just as like a warning because he's helping me out as well. Oh boy. But then I will I will go meet her and I will prepare my death.
Guess then you're leaving Colton and Zachary here in the apartment.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Colton will say, if you need my help, you merely have to think about me, I guess. Best way to put it.
That's very sweet, but I don't think you want to get involved in this if you don't have to.
It's not sweet. I am offering the chance to enact vengeance upon those who deserve it. Summon me against innocence, it will not do.
Okay. If I need vengeance, then I will let you know.
Remains seated in his chair.
Well, you two stay safe. Don't burn the place down.
I'll try and keep him distracted.
Thank you.
The sworn power, Flavia. Power. But yeah, as you'll eventually make your way to the hotel, as you'll be let through, and as you get brought into her personal room, as she sort of looks at you. There's a stone cold gaze that you've seen her display at certain times when she is clearly not happy with.
I will not say anything until she starts the conversation. Don't
Gonna-
want to put my foot in my mouth immediately.
It's gonna be a bit, couple of minutes of silence. I need you to give me a keep your cool.
Lock in.
Well, you can try to maintain composure, but we'll have to say something first. Or you can not say anything and just kind of let the nerves take you and like visibly look like messed up and like shivering, trembling. Something will happen when you lose your composure.
I guess I'll break and say something first. I'll ask it. Is this about anything in particular?
Glad you asked. This. Why did you do it?
Why did I prevent an assassination, you mean?
Yes.
I suppose I didn't agree with it.
You didn't agree. Why? Since when do you care about city politics?
Since you asked me to get involved.
You decided to take this action on your own. Not consult with me, not ask my opinion, my advice. No, just do it on your own.
Yes, I did. I am doing more than just providing information to people now.
I encouraged you to be a bit more independent. I didn't imagine you would immediately go and help out my enemies. I could have had half of Brooklyn by now.
Is it so bad that you don't?
Do you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing? Do you think I just do it for fun? Do you think I just like killing people? Well, do you?
No, I don't think you do it for personal enjoyment. You're
I'm the
very
only
keen
one in
strategist.
this city with vision for the future. Thomas is the past. And we need to move forward.
Move forward how? And in what way?
The way where I control New York. Everyone else either submits or is dealt with.
You control New York for Freya or for yourself?
For myself, of course. My dealings with Freya are an alliance of convenience. Can have the east, she can have the west, can have the east. As to my understanding, she talks big game, but her portfolio is less clean. She likes to see it's easy to control one big city, but the moment you want to enforce your will onto others, it becomes much harder. Her protege in Columbus, well, he presented the information as if he runs that city as well, but well, rumors are saying different things. Nonetheless, she is a useful ally, and Chicago is, well, too far to matter to me.
And so you would be, what, just a totalitarian ruler over all of New York?
No. Right, we should bring in voting. Why not let everyone in the supernatural community have a vote? Make political parties, we'll have debates.
That's not what I'm saying.
In this world, those who are powerful, competent, rise to the top. Those who are not, fall to the bottom. Ethics, morality, those don't matter. the end of the day, competency that decides. Gets up and who goes down.
But what is it that you want to hear from me, Lydia?
That you didn't screw me over and put me in open conflict. Several people because of some stupid moral quandary. Fuck off, Logan. I've heard this criticism before. Are you gonna argue that hate?
What? I was talking about what Jill said, or what she said to she wanted to say to like Claire's like, hey, tell me you didn't do this. He's like, but I did that though.
Kind of like looks at you.
I've worked with you for a few years now, Lydia, and the entire time I supported you without thinking through what it meant to stand by you and to support you. What I was endorsing in doing so until, I don't know, a week or two ago, where somebody asked me why. That if I was an oracle who could see the future, why was I here? I thought this is where I was meant to be, but I don't know if that's true anymore.
Do you think you can in your resignation? I was nice to you. I have freedom. I let you wander around. I protected you. I kept you safe.
And I'm very grateful for that, Lydia.
No, I don't think you are. It seems you think that all of these benefits you've been able to enjoy are you're like owed them or something, and I don't think you understand. You can't actually, well, I mean, you can try to defy me, you can try to go against me, but you think that's gonna work out better for you.
Honestly, no.
Now, putting all of that aside, why do you think Thomas is a morally upstanding individual? Do you think he has never backstabbed, assassinated, and dealt with his enemies? Do you think he
I'm
invites them to
I'm sure he
tea?
has.
So
But
then it is just business.
maybe I disagree with the assassination in general, not necessarily who it's against.
Oh, so you will protect me next time someone aims for my head.
Yes, I would.
Better keep your eyes peeled. you think this is over. This is only just beginning. Would have been a clean kill. No casualties, no fighting in the streets, nothing. Now, things will escalate. They will keep escalating. Many more innocents will die. People who have nothing to do with this. People who are merely following orders. I wanted to prevent that. See, sometimes an act of cruelty can in fact result in saving way more people in the long run than having blind morals. How many people will die because of this now? And do you consider those deaths your fault? Or will you just say that, well, I was merely doing the right thing?
I don't know. But I'm not making decisions blindly.
No? Then tell me, explain. Because up until now, it just seems like you've been behaving like a child.
Behaving like a child?
No thought into their actions, merely acting on pure emotion, what makes them feel good about themselves. Closing an eye to the dirty business that somebody else will have to do. Sacrificing everyone else for your own personal vanity.
No. I make decisions based on logic, probable outcomes, what balances. No decision I make is solely an emotional knee-jerk reaction.
And explain to me the logic behind your actions that doesn't just involve doing the good thing.
Because having one person in power has historically never ended well. It's pattern recognition, Lydia. It didn't end well for the people underneath them, it didn't end well for them.
Don't have single person in power. I don't plan on becoming a demon lord, commanding my subjects to obey my every whims.
Is that not what you just told me?
But I do
That
plan
everyone will submit
on,
or else?
I do plan on ensuring that everyone who has powers in this city is gonna be working with me. The only way we move forward is if I have the resources of the entire New York area at my disposal.
The only way?
You say that though, but who do you think would win if me and Freya decided to go against each other?
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
Right.
I can't order the conclave in the city to attack. I can't tell the other burgomasters to send people to help. I can ask. They may accept. They may refuse. They make time thinking about it. They may take time negotiating about it. You know what Freya can do? Freya can snap her fingers, and the alchemists in her town are gonna make a bomb and send it here. It's not about just being the one in charge, it's about unity and common purpose. If we want to stay relevant in this new world, we need to adapt. It's not just Freya. There's other people out there. And I may have controlled Manhattan and just be able to dominate the other people. It's not gonna be enough.
But there are people out there who are willing to act.
Who?
Have you even tried to look?
Yes. I'm in fact not alone in this plan.
It's the first I'm hearing of this.
Assume just because I want to kill Thomas and some of the others that I want to kill everyone.
No, that's not my assumption.
There's a lot of people that are willing to work with me. There's a lot of people that view the way the city has been run as too passive, on the defensive up until now.
Where would you direct an offensive?
He sort of leans back and says, several large cities south, Boston to the north.
And Claire just shakes her head. Why?
Why do I need extra firepower? Because we have to be dealing with bigger targets. At the very least, I need New York underneath my thumb. I'm gonna survive the next century.
Will you at least let me try and find another way? If your survival is what you're worried about, then
Survival is
that's
quite a low bar, my dear. You see my lifestyle. Why should I give that up for what? And what even is your plan? What are you gonna try and do? Gonna find people to serve? Gonna find people who are just gonna say, yes, we will definitely trust her with our life? No, people don't work like that.
my plan is to, I don't know, find like-minded people who don't want to see the city fall into chaos. Or warmongering.
Nobody wants to see the city fall into chaos. Difference of opinions seems you still don't understand is who gets to be at the top. A lot of people want to be at, including me.
I don't know what to say, Lydia.
You believed in me once. Seems your fate has been shaken by seeing some of the uglier side of has to be done. You seem to have a very optimistic view of the world where we all just sit at a table and find a way to resolve our agreements without violence. That just doesn't happen.
Did the prevention of that assassination look like without violence to you? Also, my husband is calling me. Fuck.
You have to go, let me know.
Let me text him, see if he needs anything.
We'll say, well, yes, because I know how much violence would have been averted if just one man died, instead of me and him having to fight it out eventually.
But how do you know?
How do I know what?
How do you know that that was the route to avoid more violence? I don't remember seeing anything about that.
What other route do you think there was?
I don't know, but I know there's more than one.
Well, do you tell?
If I've learned anything, I know that there's always some kind of choice.
You clearly don't understand. You say you have answers, but you fail to actually provide them. You just say they must exist. Because why?
Because that's the way the world works. There's no just one predetermined outcome.
True, that's true. You will see the other outcome now when the violence will spread on the streets.
There's already violence on the streets.
And anything yet. I think a couple of scraps. Once hunters start mowing down werewolves, once demons start lashing out, once sorcerers start flinging spells, desperate people will be running for their lives as glamour shatters around them. Then you'll understand what the violence on the streets actually means.
Since when do you see the future?
Oh, an educated guess and pattern recognition.
You asked me to be your advisor, so let me advise you.
Well,
Let me look into it.
provide an alternative. Don't just say one exists and then tell me to sit around and wait for it.
You have to give me time.
You should be lucky I don't chain you up and blind you.
Would you?
Depends how many more times are you gonna get in my way. Seem
That
to
depends
think
what you keep doing.
you seem to think I am this forgiving individual. I am not. I am friendly to those who are friendly to me. My enemies, I am quite ruthless and deadly. One more of these outbursts. I think I just start revising the way I think about you. Will be held under arrest. At the very
What?
least, until the next attack is over. You're to not leave the hotel for the next 2 weeks.
You can't just keep me here.
I can actually.
For 2 weeks.
Yes.
Goddamn, apparently I just opened the Signal group chat. Why is everybody saying killer?
You're all aligned with the other side, Jill. I don't know what to tell you. Well, that's not true. Flavia just like wants to kill everyone, so. Red's backing the other horse.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I understand, like, why you're saying to kill her, but, like, I can't do that.
There's this should give you some time to think about the future. Maybe you find other options.
Find other options while I'm here.
You are an oracle, after all. Go ahead and divine. Call people, talk to people.
Fine.
Dismissed.
Yep, I just
As you walk out,
Leave
you
the
will be
room.
escorted to a separate room. Left there. Yeah, you'll have some time to, I guess, think about things. If you wanna roll for a prophecy or something.
yeah. You know what? I can stare at the wall long enough to find a pattern. That's not foretellings, is it? Is that
No, I think that'll be.
soothsayer?
Well, are you interested in particular?
I don't know, I guess another path for Lydia that doesn't involve becoming a benevolent dictator.
Oh God, the world's gonna have to disappoint you. There are other paths. I'm not sure if she's gonna wanna find them interesting.
Eh.
Well, Unfortunately. I'm sad Tick's not here. As you stare at the wall and well, you try it again and again and again, and you try to see if there's any futures where she can sort of keep her things, be happy, and not be sort of engaged in this. Well, you call it a benevolent dictatorship. She already has that. The problem is she plans on going on the offensive against like other people. She is
Yeah, I
still
said
in charge of
benevolent in
Manhattan.
quotations.
Yeah. There are many letters. It's a pattern that scribbles itself on the wall over and over and over again. And if you just translate those letters, it doesn't just say a single word, a single name, a name which is very familiar to you at this point. It is in fact Abaddon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fortunately, I cannot give you too many details about that, but well, you can make your own inferences.
I don't know what conclusions I want to jump to about that, but all
Well,
right,
this
cool.
is
Let's go on my list of
technically,
prophecies.
yeah, this is technically something that's related to the like the third secret option, which Tick would be like shouting from the rooftops, Abaddon all along.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Flavia.
Let's see, who can I talk to?
Well, you can be sure that your calls will be marked. Whoever you talk to,
Yeah.
like they're keeping an eye on you. But listen. I will say for the narrative thing that this would have taken you several days as you like keep trying and trying and trying, even though it was just one roll.
Yeah, but I didn't like super succeed on it, so
Yeah. So you know what? Let's see how some of the others are doing because well, listen, Michael, you were just kind of the Knights Lady did just banish the weird thing away and saved your family. So what are you doing? Oh shit, that's true. Privileges have been reinstated.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Grunt. Appreciate it.
Don't abuse them next time.
Yeah, sure. I'll be sure to not type in chat. I guess.
Nah. You got muted because you were talking. You got muted.
You
in chat,
asked me a question and then we were paused.
I just feel the need to mute you again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Adam.
Yeah, you can find him later that night, wandering around Central Park. He sees you. You're like, I feel like you are looking a bit bothered, right?
I am looking
Yeah.
rather distressed, you know.
Gonna say, are you? What happened?
A lot, I think. I was just hanging around my sisters, and all of a sudden, this man is stalking them. And he walks in, starts talking to them, essentially barges in, starts saying he knows what happened to me, he can bring me back to life, and then when obviously my sister and my brother-in-law are freaking out, he just waves his hand and like starts mind controlling them.
He looks concerned, and he'll say, "I've been seeing some weird things happening around the city lately."
it was really weird. I think there was like, and like it looked like she was cold too. Like I saw her breath. So obviously I tried to drag him out of there. When I did, this woman showed up. She was wearing a mask. Said her name was Miss Alina. She was rather odd. She said she was looking for ghosts. And obviously, you just told me that people are trying to use this for experiments.
Yeah.
It's so, I don't know. She claimed that she only wanted to just not use my soul, but use my actual power for experiments. But I don't know. It's
Does it
you have
seem
to,
that far off from the other thing?
yeah. I don't know. I was just wondering if you heard anything about her or anything about that guy.
No, I haven't heard anything about woman, but like I said, I've seen people do things and then start behaving weirdly. I just never bothered because the incidents I've seen, it was usually people being nice to one another, so I didn't think too much about it.
It was really weird, though. It seemed like she was almost in a trance after he talked to her. Should we ask Andre? Maybe he knows about something like this.
Yeah, he's a knowledgeable man. Let's I know he set up an entrance. Can go through it. Try and talk to him.
All right, yeah, let's head over there.
Yeah, he'll sort of take you to the streets as you'll make your way. As eventually you reach like the port area and find one of the warehouses, and as you walk in one of the closets, you'll see as you like open it, it just seemingly like goes into a bigger room instead of what like closet should be like. As
Is this Narnia?
you've never seen this before. A lot of people can sort of create portals in places, and you have to mask them somehow, right?
I did not know that.
Wizards can do it, demons can do it, Fae can do it. It does require a lot of power and preparation, but there you.
All right, I'll walk in.
As yeah, you'll sort of walk into this large, almost like circular room. As you look around, and you immediately see two things that draw your attention amongst the many bookshelves. There's like this flying creature that just like, as it like circles around above you, sort of perches on one of the bookshelves. As it like looks at you weirdly and says, oh, more suckers, I see. Why are you here, dumbasses?
We're looking for Andre?
Obviously stupid. Who the fuck would you look here? Gonna tell me, like, the sky's blue next? The water's wet? Have any more?
Why'd you ask why we were here?
I thought you had, like, an actual reason for it, looking for Andre. So why are you looking for Andre, dumbass?
This guy's great. Because there's people mind controlling people in the streets, and also
Big fucking deal. You gonna cry about it?
No, I was gonna ask Andre about it.
So fucking stupid. As it's just
I'll just kind of mutter under my breath, about as stupid as you look.
that's not what your mom said last night.
What was it, along the lines of "Get out of my pantry, you pest"?
No, well, sort of, but that wasn't the pantry she was talking about.
I'm, I'm gonna lean over to Wizard to Adam. This guy's actually kind of funny.
I don't know. I've never been here before. As it immediately like skirts away as you see this sort of woman. It's clearly some sort of spirit float into the room as there are sort of like chains dangling about her. And she like looks at you too with like clearly like curiosity in her eyes.
Hey, I'm Michael. This is Adam. We came here to see Andre.
You see you hear the flying creature about. It's like, yeah, why don't you get your bitch boyfriend out here already? First customers in like ever, and he like is not here. What a loser. She's like completely ignoring him, by the way. It's just kind of nods and sort of tug on one of the chains. Like you hear the thing again say, "Ah, there she goes, actually tugging on the leash." As yeah, you see Andre sort of walking out. As yeah, the chains are seemingly attached to his body. As flying thing will say again. Yeah, loser, you have people to scam. What are you doing? Didn't you sleep last night? Andre's just completely ignoring him. Just like looks at the two of you and says, "How can I help you?"
Um, what do you mean you didn't? Oh, it's action. That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's actually Arlo. Uh, um, yeah. Michael, I guess just looking at him, I assume Adam's gonna wait for me to explain. So he'll just say, well, just today, I was at my sister's place, and all of a sudden, some guy was like waiting outside her house, and then at like 10 o'clock, he just walked over there, essentially barged in, started mind controlling people, saying he could bring me back to life, and that it would just cost like a piece of their soul to do it. And then when like just started like making them say yes, it was weird. And then when I tried to drag him out of here, this woman showed up with like a mask. She said her name was Messalina. Banished him with like a word, and then said that she was looking for ghosts to like for research purposes, and that she to give her a call. It seemed really almost too much, you know. It felt like she was in a big white van without windows, asking to give me candy.
Now, while you're explaining this to him, because I didn't want to actually interrupt you, but while you explain this to him, the thing will eventually, like every now, like, just remark like, "Wait, you got your ass handed by him, and he got like banished with one spell, and realize you were also pathetic on top of stupid." Like keeps like adding these like in the background. Andre just kind of like nods and says, "Does seem like something worth investigating. But it is not my city. I
That
would
was-
approach this with someone you trust that's in power there. The Fae are known
Honestly-
for their mental manipulation, but so can others if they dedicate enough time. If you're worried about this woman, you should be. Anyone having interests in ghosts, they may claim that the deal is better, but, well, they can also lie.
Yeah. It is really easy to say, no, this won't hurt a bit, and then once I'm in there, lock me in and kill me again.
It's here above you. Ah, nothing of value would be lost, though.
I'm sure your mom would miss me.
Did you just do your mom joke at me? What are you, like 5?
5 inches deep inside your mom.
You did it again.
Got him.
I guess 5 inches is impressive for humans, I suppose. I'm just gonna say, I would recommend you ignore him completely. Can levy curses at you if talking to him too much.
Ah, he was he was kind of funny though. Damn. All right.
Just hear Arlo saying, well, I think your sister will find it very funny later tonight.
Uh, um. So I assume you've never heard of this Messalina person?
No, not familiar, but she sounds dangerous.
All right. Thanks for the word of caution. I guess I'll keep looking into this.
You need protection. I can offer something. But, well, nothing comes for free.
How the world works. What's the asking price?
Well, favors go a long way.
What type of protection is it?
I can get you an amulet that might allow you to teleport away a short distance. Should allow you to get out of most situations. You're quick enough and you don't telegraph it to your pursuers.
Will I have to stay corporeal to wear it, or?
Suppose I could carve it on your skin, or rather your soul. That is
Seems
gonna
really
be a painful
badass.
process.
I'll look at Adam and just say, "What do you think?"
I don't like people carving things into me. I would just choose the object, just wear it on you.
All right. Then I guess I'll just take the object. So you one.
As basically, I'll add it to you. Oh, this is on teleport amulet.
Is it one use only, or
Yes, you can use it once, and it will give you a teleport, or like a wizard teleport like once. So
okay?
yeah, he's just gonna sort of go and like start like prepping for it. And yeah, no, the thing will sort of keep like flinging insults and try to be as annoying as humanly possible. And yeah, Andre is just completely unfazed by it. So is the ghost lady. Um, couple of hours later, it's done, and he'll give it to you. Yeah. You can banter with him. He's just gonna like give you more curses when you do.
I know, but
'Cause, yeah, you just as you walk out and sort of just close the door and says like, that was well, that was a new experience for me.
yeah, um, he's got a weird cat bird that harasses you and curses you if you talk to him.
Yeah, you should be careful with that.
Yeah, well, in my defense, I didn't know that catbirds curse you when you talk to them. I guess I know now.
Um, I will go ask around about the weird magic mental manipulation done on people.
Is there anyone you want me to talk to?
And go around the streets, see, spot anything else. Not
Right.
This is the reason why get involved into the local politics.
If I see anything strange, who should I tell?
You can always reach out to me.
Right.
I'll see you around.
Yes, stay safe, Adam. I guess I'm off to prowl, to haunt,
Yeah.
to spook.
As yeah, I'm gonna switch now to Wanda. Things are happening, Wanda. What are you doing about?
Well, I was given advice by Abaddon to start with Marshall mainly,
Yeah.
and I have a job to do for a lady with a ghost tracking spell as well. And I'm going to be honest, I think I should tell the sources about information I found, but I think I want to start with Marshall first before I do that.
Yeah, as I think you have his number only once, so actually, do you?
No, I don't think I do. I was like, I've never seen this character outside because I wasn't
Yeah.
here for the session that it happened anyway. So no, I actually don't have this guy's number. I can always call Johnny for his number if that is the case, or ask around.
You
I feel like
should.
it'd be cool
You
to ask
should.
Johnny. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna call my call Johnny up. Call Johnny up.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Johnny. I'm so sorry. I feel like I talk to each other like every 5 minutes, but I wanted to ask a quick if you can give me a phone number that you would have in your possession. This fellow who gave you the job. Is it possible if I can get his number to chat?
You mean the werewolf?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you will send the number to Wanda.
Ah, thank you. Uh, one last quick question. This werewolf of yours, what's his overall temperament, you would say? Is he well, I guess a friendly one with the
Oof.
chat, or?
I can't say I know him that well, Wanda. I've talked to him twice. He seemed um is chill not the word Johnny would say, but I'm gonna say chill enough. Though maybe a bit too not uncaring, but too chill.
Ah,
Too
I
chill? Is that the way to put it? Sorry, my brain is farting right now.
I think I got the gist at the very least. Well, thank you for this, Johnny. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Be careful. As I told you, it's not someone I've had that much to deal with. I just worked on them on a job.
Very well then. You take care of yourself, Johnny.
You too.
hmm After that, Grant, I want to ask, how much information does Wanda know about the werewolf situation? I know she's been a bit of a recluse in that regard, so I don't know if would she need to know something more before talking to this guy, or?
Looking at your circle, don't know
Mm.
much.
Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah. You can always hit the streets if you want more additional info, but
Yeah, I think because she's about to have a conversation where she's trying to get this guy on her side, she needs to make sure she's not coming in with
what are you
nothing.
like looking for? Has to be something at least. I don't know.
I think she wants at least a baseline for what the situation in New York for the werewolves are. Like from what Abaddon told her, they have nothing going on, and
I
they
was
don't
gonna
really
say
have a way.
there is no like uniform situation. It's like down to each different borough and like there's like each different pack. There's like it's complicated. Like they're not just,
Okay.
it's not just like one single thing.
Okay. And I guess the main question I have is like, do they actually have a say in the power structure of New York? Because what Abaddon
Nobody
was telling her,
does.
they don't.
But
Okay,
you know for
nobody.
a fact that all the burgomasters are vampires. Nobody else has a
Yeah.
say in what happens in New York.
Okay. That's what I needed to know mainly.
Everyone
Okay, thank
else
you.
is
Yeah.
the second class.
Okay. Well, yeah, she's gonna give this Marshall guy a call then.
Yeah. Gonna pick up. It's like, who's this?
Hello, I believe this is Marshall, right?
Yep.
Hi, my name's Wanda. I was hoping to have a chat with you. It seems, I think we need to come to a bit of an understanding if it would be possible.
Ooh, this sounds serious. Okay.
I would hope not, at the very least. Were you all right with meeting at a place for a little bit of a conversation?
Sure. I can have like spare like an hour.
That'd be great. I can, she probably names a place where, close to neutral ground as she would be aware of, maybe a coffee place or something like that, someplace simple.
There's no neutral ground. Don't know where these people are. No, unless you want to
It's
be
more
like
like some,
next to my sanctuary. Otherwise,
no, it's more like someplace that's not intimidating, just nothing, no obligations there, basically.
I'm a nearby coffee shop. Gonna like step in, meet with him. Okay, you have about 30 minutes. Go.
Very well. It's come to my attention that I've seen you and your fellows are making moves at the very least, and I'm hoping to, at the very least, try to change your opinion about that. I was hoping to
Okay.
persuade you to not engage with whatever trouble you plan to do. And maybe at the very least try to have you as a friend, if it be possible.
Oh. Now. You seem like a sweet, nice lady. How do you know I'm even engaged in trouble?
Oh, I have friends too, at the very least, Marshall.
Friends, yes. Well, it's interesting because I think many people know about my troubles. So
At
I
the very least,
did
I'm not here.
Johnny sell me out like okay, that's good to know. That's good to know.
No, I don't think you would call it selling out. He didn't really
Oh.
ask a lot of questions and just asked me
Uh-huh.
asked me for a favor.
Okay.
Honestly, he seemed to be very trusting of you. Called you very chill and nice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's before or after he like gave away things.
How easy was it to convince him to tell his hunter's friends to not show up at the city? Exactly.
Sure, I guess he is just that gullible.
He seems well enough, but like I said, my conversation with you has nothing to do with Johnny. It mainly has to do with me trying to convince you, at the very least. I want to, as simple and truthful as possible, form an alliance with you. I think
I
it's
see. Well, the problem is, lady, then if you know everything, you know I'm after like Thomas's skull, right?
yes. And what do you presume will happen after you take Thomas's skull for yourself? Then do you think
Well,
that
you
you will
know,
get?
to the victors go the spoils.
Will it? Do
All
you guarantee
demons
that you
clearly
will
got
have?
their shit kicked in, and well, I think I have a better chance at yes than some bitch ass demons.
Ron, can I figure someone out? Is
Yes.
that all right?
Yeah, well, you can ask.
I guess one is who's pulling this guy's strings.
Well, well, I'll be honest. Given what you know, how much do you know about the entire fucking?
Abaddon did tell her some information about what was going on. I don't think she's fully
I
aware.
think you.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I think you know about the Freya deal at the very least.
I'm a little bit aware of it, I believe. And I also know, like I said, it's a Burgelmeister going after Thomas at the very least as well, too.
You know for a fact that if he's doing this, he probably is like doing it because one of the burgomasters is like scheming, and given the fact that Freya is involved,
Hmm.
I would say this probably can like triangulate that at the party. Freya was getting friendly with one person in particular, which is Lydia.
Gotcha. And I guess my next question will be, how can I put this guy in my debt?
Like offer him like a better deal.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like he
I will be
clearly is
honest with
doing
you.
this to like move up in the world. Doesn't seem to be like a some sort of like principle he's like acting other than just I gain more power, more influence, whatever she's promised him.
Gotcha. I'm going to be honest with you. Are you very sure that she will give you this grand deal of power, that you will have a say in whatever new world order she wishes to go for? Because I can only assume that's what movements are going with now. The changing leadership and all that. Has she been herself a friend to the werewolves then?
More than other people. I don't need her to be my friend. I need her to be a nice and understanding boss.
And you believe that she will be a nice and understanding boss?
I think she is laying the groundwork, and people who get in early catch the worm.
So she's laying the groundwork to ensure a place of power for herself and all those who will get in line.
Yes.
So in the end, you will still be under the thumb of a vampire, still will be under her sway, and will have no say, I presume, when what happens next to the city, or sorry, to your people, or sorry, to you.
Yes. Only difference is that I won't be living on the streets no more, and I can actually afford shit. Which, well,
Understandable.
looks kind of good for me.
an understandable and commendable goal at the very least, but what I'm offering is not just alliance, but friendship. I want to hear your voice and your words in a place of power, at the very least. Not just for you, but it seems I realize as well that every Burgomaster here is a vampire. Every single one. Isn't that odd?
Well, no, they're just being the best scheming, backstabbing little shits out here.
True. But how about we change that? It's not just a vampire who can scheme.
You can give me persuade an NPC.
Yeah, let's see. Ah, dear heavens, it's not gonna work out.
Kind of like looks at it and says, "That's right, I forgot. The mages are also scheming little shits. That's true. That's true. Why should I trust you? You're in the same position as them. Only you're like worse at it, though."
Apparently I am. At the very least, like I said, I came here honestly, and I gave a chance to hopefully talk with you.
No, you came here desperately. There's a difference.
Maybe that's so, but you're not the only friend I can make. And at the end of the day, I'm in a much less position than you. I've revealed my hand, and you can do what with you will, which I presume is a violent action at the very least as well. It was a gamble. And I don't think I've convinced you at all, have I?
You know what? Really into this to gain power.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not. Which is
No?
part of the problem.
Then why
No.
are you doing all of this? Because you just made case for us being in power. The dregs of society, you rise up and take down our overlords.
It is. And I think that's true. It is a bit uncomfortable to realize that the people who have the power to change the city are the ones, well, all one same type, all one same mind. But there are people I love and protect, people I want to see safe, and I can't do it at the
Is
bottom of the floor.
Thomas Fisher one of your people I want to see safe and protected?
Thomas Fisher is the one who gave me a kindness when no one else did. It's respected loyalty, if nothing else. I don't think he would have given me such a kindness, or anyone in the city, for that matter, whether he was using me or not.
Huh.
I'm not naive to believe that Thomas wouldn't also decide to turn on me as well. But I pay kindness back in turn, as I always will.
Well, listen. Do him a kindness. Advise him that he's gonna get his shit rocked, and he might think, well, to like fold instead of like acting like the big man.
Johnny, you didn't tell me you were funny too. If you went to whoever you're working for and told them the same thing, do you think she react any differently and take those words that you told her in stride? Would you be able to persuade your own little partnership? I didn't think so.
Yeah, listen. If you want, you can talk to her.
I'm sure she'll be kind and cordial and also let me leave that room once I walk in.
Just like
I may be-
Are you like a wizard? You can like teleport.
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel as your, what do I call her? Boss? Partner? Ally? Master? To you, for you.
Ugh. Boss should suffice.
I may be a lot of things. Sometimes stupid, I can admit that, but I don't think I'm stupid enough to believe that your boss will be so kind.
At
I don't
least she
think I want to
won't
go in
like
her.
kill you. I'll kind of like look bad if someone invites you to their home and then just murders you there.
There are worse things that could be done to a person than death.
Yes,
I don't think I want to walk into your.
Well, you know about like this weird esoteric shit better than I do. So.
I know enough to know when you walk into a vampire's territory, they have a lot more control and a lot more options. Your boss isn't an idiot.
That's true.
So unless she wants to meet me on neutral ground where I have guaranteed safety, I don't think we'll be having a conversation in a small room together.
Why not? I never said you had to
Why?
actually walk into the house.
Okay, then what are you exactly asking of me?
Well, meet with her, talk with her. No, maybe that like act of kindness you speak so much, maybe that was just a thing of the moment, a convenience.
Okay, where will we meet? Someplace I know I have some safety.
Oh, but like wizards have like a fancy power where everything goes down. It's there, right? That's fine.
Ron, how many people know Wanda has a sanctum? I think it's a secret, right? So
No,
not
he's
many
not
people.
telling about your sanctum. He's telling about the actual like building that the Conclave of Chaos owns.
Oh, okay, okay.
Which is like the biggest mage group in the city.
Very well. I don't see why that would be too much of an issue to have a conversation if she was willing to meet in such a place.
Oh, then I'll let my boss know and see you there in like days.
2 days should be fine.
Awesome. As he kind of gets up, pays for the
It was nice.
cab.
Nice meeting you, Marshall.
I know. I'm a charmer. Gonna just walk away.
Yeah, Wanda takes a breath. Oof. And probably just gets up and leaves after finish her drink and hang as well. Hmm?
Listen, let's see. Johnny, your phone is ringing. A couple of hours after talk with Wanda.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Marshall is calling you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Marshall.
if you call Johnny immediately after Marshall leaves, it's just gonna be like busy. Like somebody else has already called him.
I gotcha.
Like, hey, Johnny, I thought we were friends. You sell me out like that, man?
What do you mean? What happened?
Listen, when I asked you to like talk to a wizard, to like other people and get them on board, you weren't supposed to like tell them about my plan.
I don't know your plan, Marshall.
Oh no, surely you just walk to her and tell her, "Hey, listen, I need you to suspiciously help with what looks like an assassination plot. Don't worry about it, though."
Well, I don't really have the details. I asked about what you told me to
Johnny,
ask, and
I don't. You fucked me over severely. Unfortunately, you can't just say, "Oh, gosh, Jolly G, I didn't mean that." Would you care if I like crash the car into your building and then say, oops, I just forgot to pull on the brakes"? You wouldn't give a shit. You would be mad. You would be upset. Well, Johnny, you did just crash into my entire thing.
well, I'm sorry to hear that. I just tried to get her on board, but she didn't seem that concerned when I talked to her.
Well, she's very concerned. Trust me, Johnny.
I see.
You seem like an honest man, but god damn, you're gullible. You just like not like question when people like talk to you and you're one of those people that just assume that everyone is as nice as they are.
I would hope not, but I owed you, so I tried, and I trust Wanda, so I
Well,
spoke to her.
Wanda is actively now conspiring against me, so I have to deal with that somehow. Um, Now, I listen. What's a couple of more favors between friends? To make it up to me. As yeah, he is in fact gonna demand 2 favors because you like just kind of fucked him with this.
Damn.
You can tell him to fuck off, but it's gonna be very mad. Because if you just say like, yeah, sure, my bad, no worries, like then there's no real animosity, right?
Yeah, no, fair enough. But I feel like if I ask him if he gets 2 favors from me, he's gonna ask for something even worse now.
Listen, when people ask for favors, you can always refuse to honor a debt. That's a move that exists, and depending on how you roll, you can delay it or sort of like refuse on the spot. If you fail the roll, then you do just have to do it. But that is an actual move you can check on your character sheet.
Wait, is it the same thing? Like if I have a debt and I do this, or when you get asked for a debt?
No, so this is once you have a debt towards someone and they call it in, you can just refuse to honor it. And if you like at the very end just say no, go fuck yourself. She can in fact, yes. Technically she can, and it depends. Generally people won't do it, but yeah, you can always call that in. You can call that in to buff, for example, a persuade roll, by the way. Because if you like want to convince someone to do someone, you call that in, you get a +3 on the roll. That's for the future. So for this one, yes. The question is, are you just gonna like tell him to go fuck himself, which is gonna piss him off severely, or are you gonna just take it on the chin, as they say?
I see. But is that because if I piss him off, do I piss the whole night circle?
Yes.
Or is this like a different thing?
You're gonna be pissing off a lot of werewolves.
I see.
Like his entire faction is gonna be like, well, like refusing. That's why like not even, for example, because Jill mentioned in chat, Lydia wouldn't just say with the death like, ah, go fuck yourself, because it carries a lot of repercussions if your ward is not trustworthy.
No. But can I try to barter for 1 tap? Is that doable?
Yeah. Roll me persuade an NPC.
Oh, I can try to roll you persuade an NPC.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's always a possibility, because if you fail, it's gonna get worse. Yes.
Fair enough. I see.
This is the neutral outcome.
It is a neutral outcome. Fair enough.
I assume you will agree to it.
Yeah, I guess Johnny will say, well, that seems reasonable, as long as it is something in my power, of course, Marshall.
Of course, I will never ask you for something unreasonable. Take care, Johnny, and remember, stay indoors for the next week or so.
Yeah.
Close that phone call.
Be careful. Oh, man. Yeah, Johnny will text Wanda and ask her what happened.
Yeah, you can call her. What's going on?
Oh.
So did something happen with Marshall, Wanda?
Yes, I was going to call you, but Yeah, I tried to talk with him. It didn't really go that well. Well, it went well in the sense that he
Mhm.
didn't immediately try to kill me, so I guess that's one positive.
Yeah,
I
fair
tried
enough.
to, well, dissuade him from his path, but he seems very convinced that this is the right choice
Very
for him.
committed.
Very committed. Your friend, a little bit of a funny guy actually, but is everything all
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, he just called me back, very pissed, as you might imagine, and told me I sold them out. Uh, well, I can see why he
Ah,
would think that.
I'm
I
I'm sorry about
I
that,
did
Johnny.
tell him you didn't look that concerned. We both know you were very concerned, but
I I
so
told him.
yeah, I am still in his debt actually. So we'll see what he asks for next time.
I
It was the
I told
only way to appease him for the moment.
I told him that you didn't really tell me much. I was able to figure that on my own. He seems very adamant that you betrayed him, I guess. I'm sorry about that, Johnny. I tried to persuade him from that thought process.
Well, it's fine, Wanda. I did this. It was my choice to come talk to you. So
Johnny, are you aware what this Marshall fellow plans, dude? Like, truly not concerned?
I am concerned. I was the one who asked Dimas uh, for the favor. Of course, I'm concerned.
So, why would you allow him to convince the other hunters not to show up in the city for whatever time that he needed?
Because he helped me out when I needed it, and I felt like I owed him. So I also said I would look into what he's doing and try to minimize the damage. But I feel like at this point, that's not going to be very easy to do.
Yes, I was going to ask is how much of a favor does this stranger equate to how many people that may get harmed in whatever plan he has?
It doesn't. It doesn't, of course.
Okay, because you do know if someone usually asks for hunters not to be there, it's because it would be something hunters would be upset about.
Yes, I figured as much.
Very well.
Did you manage to get any more information out of him?
Not something I didn't already know, at the very least. I'm going to be having a chat with his boss. I believe it will go poorly, but I will at least try.
I see. Let me know if there's anything I can help with.
Yes. If I don't show up in the next few days, please make sure to tell your hunter friends to maybe be a bit concerned and tell Victor not to do anything too rash.
Let's hope it won't come to that, Wanda, but yes, of course.
It's always best to have a plan just in case things go foobar.
No, you are totally right. I've never been the politics guy, but I'm starting to get the gist.
Yes, and also tell Cammy the same thing, I realize as well.
Yeah, I feel like I might be able to talk to Victor, but I'm not sure Cammy will listen to me. I can try.
Oh, she definitely doesn't listen to me, so let's hope one of us can convince her. But I'll talk to you later, Johnny.
Of course. Godspeed, Wanda.
It's more like if her mom doesn't show up and goes missing, I'm like, hey, don't do anything dumb and crazy, please.
Oh, good fucking luck.
I know.
Listen, Grant. I wasn't concerned about Cammy up until now that you said this.
I think I'm not sure how it works, but I would like to reserve a room with the local sources club, and of course, I'm not sure if I have time to work on that spell for my lovely
You wanna
client
like
at all.
reserve a room with like you wanna like, be housed there before the meeting? Like what's the intent
No,
there?
I don't know how it works because in most places when
No,
you want to
'cause
have a meeting room, you gotta.
He would like no, that's the thing. He said like yeah, I'll handle it. You just show up.
Okay. That's the main thing. I know how to like put my name on the door and say, hey guys, it's reserved for me at 5:30. I just want to make sure.
No, you pay people for that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can work on the spell for Mezzalina.
Mhm.
The ghost amulet, the ghost tracker.
Yeah, yeah. She put it in order. Do I roll a Sanctum for that or just...
Second. Yeah, I don't.
Mm.
Does have ancient relics.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, scattering ancient relics, magical wards, a library of old tomes, a prison.
You know what? Yeah, roll the thing. If you have what you. Yeah, you know what? You have the ingredients. You can just begin working. It's gonna take you probably a couple of days to finish the amulet.
Gotcha. It won't be done in 2 days' time, but it'll still be worked on. That's the main thing.
You'll have it next session.
Awesome.
Johnny, are you gonna do anything as like Wanda's gonna be busy with that? You have any schemes you want to enact, Johnny?
Schemes. Well, I don't know when the quote unquote job is going to be exactly. He said next week, so it's not
Said no. You
next
said
week yet, right?
no. He said you should stay in your house for the next week or so. That means starting from like whenever. That's not the same. You don't actually know when it's gonna go.
Oh, so it is the week now.
So when someone says, "Hey, you should stay in the house for the next week or so," it generally refers to. It doesn't say beginning from next week. It can like start at any moment. It's just that the duration of this entire thing is like a week or two. So
No,
the
I understand that part. I'm just asking if
You don't know.
this is the time period
You
that I
don't know.
asked the
Nobody
hunters.
told you. They're not going to inform you when they plan on assassinating. The hunters are like roughly around this point, yes.
Okay.
Because you did just tell them to back away for the
Hmm.
next few next week or two, I think.
No, 1 week I think it was. So if I go talk to Dimas now, that would break the pact I
You do
made with
that. That's
Marshall
just
before,
it's
right?
just like
Even if I,
that.
yeah,
You can do that if you want, but at that point, it's just like you have just like you cannot feign ignorance anymore.
yeah, no, fair enough. So, hmm. Yeah. Well, I am going to betray him sooner or later, I guess, because I did say
And you were saying you're not an
that
agent
one.
of chaos.
Listen, I don't know when to jump. Like, I could wait. I could wait for the 2 days that Wanda goes to talk to Lydia.
Up to you.
I think that is doable. I can wait 2 days.
Okay.
But after 2 days, I'm gonna have to talk to Dimas anyway. So I guess I'm gonna wait 2 days.
A delayed agent of chaos. But
A
yeah.
delayed agent of chaos. See if Wanda comes back and.
Hmm?
Oh,
Yeah.
Grant, why are you
listen,
doing this to me? Why
It's
are
funny
you?
because you think,
Mhm.
what if Claire, not Claire, what if Wanda doesn't talk to Lydia though? Uh huh.
So
Listen, it's fine. You can wait. You can wait though. I don't mind you waiting. In fact, this is much better if you wait.
Grant, why can't you let me make a decision in peace?
Because I need you to like be conflicted and like overthink things and suffer. It amuses me.
Okay, then go to someone else for 10 minutes and let me think about
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Red for the next 10 minutes.
it.
There's no more time in the sessions. The dogs want out. The next game is arriving. You have to make a decision now. You have like
Oh my
2 minutes
God,
to think
fuck
about it.
you. Oh, Grant, I hate this. I hate when you do this.
I know.
Fuck you, man.
It's fine. I accept it. I enjoy it too much. You can insult me. You're allowed that. but please.
Why would Wanda not go talk to Lydia? Listen. But also, why did Marshall say in 2 days' time? That is also my question.
Listen. Listen. Sometimes you just have to make a decision.
Grant,
It can always be the wrong one. Because you know
I know
there-
it can be the. I'm not afraid to make the wrong decision. I just hate you pressuring me for it.
Then don't do it. Just wait. I don't know. I've not said anything. I said, in fact, I would prefer you not to do it. It's gonna be more funny this way. Like,
Then I'm not going to do it. I'm going
Then
to
don't
wait
do it.
2 days.
yes, you should.
Oh, you.
Uh,
Why are you like this? Fuck you. Fuck you, Grant.
Johnny, you're
I'm gonna wait 2 days, as I said.
because you're gonna wait, biting your nails. Wanda,
Fuck you, Grant. I will not sleep tonight because of this, and you're going to have me on your conscience.
I will. The problem is, you think I will be sorry about it. No, I'll think back with the glee.
You fucking weirdo.
I am a sadist. So yeah, as those 2 days would pass, Wanda, and you'll be focused on just making the amulet, and eventually you will go to the meeting spot. At the conclave does have a tower, sort of, in Manhattan that they sort of operate out of and have most of their important meetings down. Just conveniently not that far away from Lydia's place. Not that far away. A couple of blocks down. Very
Wow,
luxurious.
how odd.
Yeah,
What a
Good.
strange thing to say, Grunt.
yeah. Very luxurious place as well. As you'll be let inside and they'll be directed to the room that has been reserved for your meeting. Marshall's boss. As how are you feeling as you're like the elevator is taking you up, you walk down the hallway just before you
I
open
think
the room?
I think Juana's a bit nervous, but she kind of has like she's like, I'm gonna bear this and get through it, basically, type of resolution. Basically, she's just like, hey, whatever happens, I'm gonna get out of this hopefully alive. She's just gonna be as steadfast as she can.
Yeah. You take a deep breath as you open the door and you see this woman sitting on a nearby couch, smiling at you. Ah, welcome. Come in. I'm waiting.
Hello, then. I'm not. I don't believe we've met before.
I think we have. My name is Freya.
Hello, Freya. It's lovely to meet you. Are you the person I'm supposed to be talking with right now, then?
You did want to discuss things with Marshall's boss, as he likes to call me.
Well, that I did at the very least. Well, then, let's get down to business, as they say.
So formal. Of course. As you wish.
Very well. I will start this off by trying to do the same thing I was doing with Marshall. It's certainly trying to dissuade this decision that you all made.
Oh, I can always do that, but was told that think that the current power structure in the city is not the most equitable one. That's true.
I just point out the very obvious thing. Every vampire.
Was it just
Well,
a mere manipulation tactic to try and get at Marshall's greed, or is it something you actually believe in?
it is actually a belief. It is an odd thing. A burgomaster's, I presume a burgomaster's main job at the very least was the protection of its area and its citizens involved, but it doesn't seem to be fair necessarily when one group is the one in power.
True. Fortunately, life is very rarely fair. But
That is also very true.
have you never wondered why, when mages in this city are so powerful, resourceful, so knowledgeable, why they don't get a more active role in the political life?
I can only look at myself, mostly, and make a decision based on that. I can presume because it doesn't really interest them. Not
Yes.
really.
Yes, you are correct. My question is this a change of heart for you, or there's something else at play?
There's always something else at play. What I want, mainly, is to ensure a peaceful environment. Simple.
It's, I would call it straightforward rather than simple, because when you have so many people vying for resources, those resources being limited, well, thus conflict arises.
True. I think it would help at the very least if we knew exactly what the other groups want in the way of resources.
Well,
I don't know.
I can explain that to you. Not that complicated. Lydia desires to rule the entirety of the city, not just Manhattan.
And you will help her with this, or at least gain something of great value in helping her from this.
I'm looking for a steadfast ally in this region. She seemed the most competent and the most willing, so I engaged with her.
And what do you gain, if you're willing to tell me, of course, from this little
A
ally?
steadfast. Oh, well. What does everyone gain from their allies? Support when needed, assistance, someone you can rely on to not turn around and backstab you at the most opportune time.
I guess my confusion lies in you're not a native of New York. This isn't your home.
Not.
This isn't your city. At least
Yes.
not yet, in the very least.
I don't want to concern myself with this area at all.
So why bring yourself here? Why involve yourself in this place?
Because
Why not?
once my web of contacts and resources and assets extends far enough, well, I want to play nice with my neighbors, don't I?
Can I figure someone out, Grunt?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Let's see. I guess. How many do I get? I get
Two
uh,
questions. Yeah.
3, right? 2 questions. Thank you.
Technically, she's part of your circle, so
Oh.
technically that's 3, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
sweet. Okay. I don't know if this is true, but I feel like I have to have one to ask this one. Is there someone pulling her strings at all?
No. She's
Okay, this is just all her.
seems yeah, she seems pretty independent on this.
Okay. I think I'm gonna hold off the rest of the questions until they pop up, if that's all right then. So this is just a preemptive building of a wonderful unity, is what you're hoping for.
Yes, I
No
am
other.
I want to empower someone here and to make sure through that they will not come back to bite me in the ass as much as many people seem to like that.
Um, whatever ensuing conflict comes from this, as long as whoever you back comes up on top, you will basically win, presumably.
Yes. As long as, of course, the person who comes out on top is favorable to my presence.
Well, it's a little bit hard to try to dissuade you then. You don't really have much stake in this outside of ensuring that you have a wonderful ally on your side. Whatever damage gets caused won't really hurt you in the long run. For you, you won't really lose much. If she fails, there's always next time. Always another chance, always another ally to gain. I don't think I can convince you, actually.
Convince me of what are you trying to convince me of? Because you haven't made any arguments. You have just asked
I was
questions.
I was trying to dissuade you from trying this whole power play and a possible assassination, death, and whatever else will follow with it. I presume that once you do your killing, that she won't stop. She wants all of New York, and there are a number of burgomasters who probably won't be happy with that.
You think Lydia is doing this because I told her to?
No, you're helping her, which is why I'm talking to you in the first place, to try to stop you from helping her.
Well, provide me a better alternative.
And that's the problem I'm having, because my alternative relies coexistence and a chance to hopefully have a place where we don't have to kill each other to get what we want. You need an ally to ensure coexistence. You don't need someone to butcher everyone in the city to ensure their place on the throne.
Can you guarantee me that if I do this, I won't have trouble in the future?
I will ask what you presume to do in the future that require trouble. You say you want to have information and network. What does those resources entail? Who will pay for those resources in the sense of, is it a person, a thing, an object?
Is your only concern about the feud that's gonna happen in New York? That innocents will get caught in the crossfire. Do you care only about those, or do you care about people in power? Do you want yourself to be in power? I'm ready to...
I'm not naive.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, Jesus, I'm not naive enough to believe that everyone involved will be a good person or a bad person. I just know that when it comes to conflict, it just means everyone loses in the end. Werewolves, vampires, mages, humans. Some less than others, some more than others.
Work with me.
When there's blood... What did you say? I'm sorry,
She
Brent.
said, then work with me. Help me defang your so-called rulers. And when they'll try and go at each other, which they will inevitably do, they'll find their firepower severely lacking.
Very well, I can see that, but I don't want to be the queen on top of the mountain.
Oh, you won't be a queen on top of them. You'll be the person in the shadows, taking the bullets away out of their guns. Then they'll just sit there, pointing at them, at each other, and you'll be in the back knowing that even if they pull the trigger, nothing will happen. Get what you want. I get what I want. Nobody has to die. And if they want to clobber themselves with the guns, let them do it. They're not gonna be able to cause much destruction at that point.
I have an odd question to ask for my two-hold grunt, so I don't know if I'll get the answer I want if I try to put it in this way. By convincing Wanda, is she hoping to gain a puppet necessarily, or just another easier path to what she wants? Like, what is she hoping to get?
Yeah, she's hoping to she's hoping to get from you like an alliance. She's not like
Okay.
she's revealing way too much of the plan for you to be a puppet in.
Gotcha.
Like she's like, well, she's genuinely trying to figure out like, hey, if you want this, there's a third option, which is this one. If you actually want this, because her end goal is to make sure she's not gonna be threatened by these people in the future. And if the people can't threaten her, then she doesn't care.
Gotcha. And ensuring your alliance between us, will you hold off on it? Well, not help Wanda with what she plans. Not Wanda. I'm sorry. Not help Lydia on what she plans to do.
I can't just withdraw everything at once, but I'll make sure that logistical trouble keep the next hit from going off.
Very well. I'll say yes then.
It's gonna smile and extend her hand. I look
Yeah,
forward to
Wanda.
working with you.
Yeah, she goes and shakes her hand basically.
As she smiles and says, "We'll talk to you at a later date. You reach out if you have more concerns."
Very well then. Take care, Freya.
She'll smile, nod, and say, "You as well." Pull up and leave. And you know what? I think that's where we'll end off the